Hello everyone, welcome back to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I'm so glad that you're here with me today. If you're new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself and set any request for your personal well-being. We're going to get things started off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. If you are watching this as a video replay, hello from the past, you can, if you want to, skip ahead to just the Reiki healing by start looking around the 1 hour 15-minute point, or where you see the lights begin to shift, and you can begin your journey there. And those of you who are returning, thank you. It's wonderful to see you again, and thank you for all of your ongoing support. If you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification courses, if you want to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you'd like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, go ahead over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com, which is linked in the description, and you can go ahead and take a peek there. So thanks again so much for being here. Let's go ahead over to the grid and start building. Awesome. So we're starting things off as normal. We have our copper spiral. Copper helps to get the energy flowing. It helps to break up energy blockages. It helps to, it's really harmonious for Reiki. In the background, you may hear the lovely sounds of birds chirping and light rain here in Philadelphia. And I hope you all are well, given all the crazy weather everywhere, wherever you happen to be enjoying this. So let's go ahead and say hi to everyone who's here and start there. So Chris, good to see you. Tina, welcome. Good to see you. JS, Violet Integration, Patty, and lots of love to Key, who is sleeping currently. Natalie, it's wonderful to see you. And Chabi, also wonderful to see you. Welcome in. And absolutely, emotional healing, you got it. Awesome. And yes, the kittens are around. Kittens are currently enjoying their window TV, surveilling their kingdom outside. So let's go ahead and start with some wonderful crystal requests. Stella, welcome in. Awesome. So yeah, let's get some healing on. So emotional healing, absolutely. And you can be more specific or not, totally fine. But let's do, the first one that came to mind was Septarian. So this is Septarian. It often is referred to as dragon's egg, and if you've seen it, like larger pieces that are tumbled smooth, it does kind of look like a dragon's egg that would have cracked open. It's a very intriguing stone. So this, on the physical level, helps with skin wounds and things like that, as well as muscle pain and spasm. It's also fantastic on the emotional and spiritual side as well, especially the emotional healing, as you mentioned. This is to help us to grow emotionally, and it helps us to really go to the depths as we go through our emotional healing. This is one that can support us to feel safe and secure enough to be vulnerable and really see what's at the root of our beliefs, our thoughts, our habits, our patterns, so that we can bring them up for examination, shift them if we need to shift them, or just understand ourselves better. It's helpful for supporting the solar plexus, which is the center of personal identity, free will, and following what you would like to do in this life. And it's really a great stone that I think of often in line with shadow healing, which is healing the things that are really deeply personal to us. So that is Septarian. I'm just going to start with that on the outer edges here. And let's see. We've got Kanta, Joanna. Oh, so good to see you all. Oh, wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to get to everybody's requests. I'm just going to kind of peek through, make sure I'm getting everyone's requests. Okay, so JS, intentions, embracing new opportunities, finding opportunities that are right for you, and finding a job, as well as creativity. Absolutely. So let's do new opportunities that are right for you, as well as a new job. Okay, so let's start with chrysocolla. Chrysocolla is helpful for making any kind of decision making, and that's whether you go path A, path B, or down to the like really minutia of decisions, whether it's a big decision or a small one. Either way, it helps you to make them with your best interest in mind, so that you keep on your best interest type path. It helps you to, it's really encouraging too to follow your spiritual path as well. And it can also help with creativity. It's actually excellent for helping new means of creativity so that you can, in a way, release emotional burdens, difficulties, and also start to connect with the path in front of you, so that the messages you're telling yourself, sort of the way that you're starting to come into knowledge about your soul's purpose, one of the ways that they can express themselves is through that creativity. But it definitely supports creativity as well, including new ways of getting creative. So if you normally paint, this may encourage you to sketch, or if you normally sing, this might encourage you to dance, that sort of a thing. So that's chrysocolla. And if it looks a little bit like malachite to an extent, they're both found very close to copper. So that might be why. So that helps with that. And let's also do finding a job. Okay. Let's go with some tourmalinated quartz. So there we go. So tourmalinated quartz helps with, well, basically it's got black tourmaline running through it, which if you look a little bit closer, you'll see what looks like little black speckles in there, and they're in both. Black tourmaline helps to repel and dispel negative energy, and in this case, there's pieces of it going through this quartz, which helps to break up really stuck and stagnant energy. This can help dislodge blockages that have held you back for a long time, can help to break up childhood type traumas, but it's also great for grounding and releasing pain and stuck energy, including nervous energy as well. Helps with patterns from childhood, helps with any kind of scar tissue, including emotional scar tissue, but also physical scar tissue. It absolutely helps with new job as well as new revenue stream. So whether you're looking for a new job or a new passive revenue stream or side hustle or a gig or whatever it might be, this helps you to get creative about that and find new ways to get there. It's also great for fortune, luck, and for protection while traveling, especially by car. And because this quartz is actually green, it's very much connected with the heart as well, so it can be very helpful. So all the best to you. I hope you find the best possible arrangement for yourself, the best possible job, and it's good to see you again. And let's see. Garnet, absolutely. Lee Nico, good to see you. Christina, wonderful to see you too. Awesome, okay. Awesome, so garnet. Garnet is wonderful for courage, creativity for sure, so good call. But also organization, practicality, and finding the newer, best way to do anything. If you're looking to shake up your routine, the tasks that you normally do, to find the best way to do it, this will have you thinking way outside the box to find the most supportive for you and efficient way of getting things done, so that you ultimately free up more time for yourself. It's a stone of really everything that I would think of as like a good, efficient office in a sense. Working for myself, I find that this is a really lovely stone to help me stay organized and keep on top of things and find new ways to make more of my time. So I absolutely love it. Also helps with feeling really grounded in times of intense change too. It can be very helpful for that. And that's definitely on the menu for the rest of July for sure. So all the best to you. And let's see, we've got for violet integration, help with heartbreak and grief as well as forgiveness. Absolutely. heartbreak and grief. Okay, so let's start with forgiveness. We've got aquamarine. On a physical level, this is very helpful with all of the fluids in the body, all kinds of circulation, as well as the teeth and gums. As far as forgiveness, this is good at any kind of forgiveness, whether you're forgiving yourself, forgiving another, forgiving someone to give them another chance, or forgiving them so that you can let it go and move on without them. Whatever the case may be, this can really support it. It's also wonderful for deflecting really childish and kind of petty behavior. I always call it the anti-Karen stone, because if there's an issue with someone giving you trouble just because they don't know how to take out their feelings in a more balanced way, so they kind of misdirect it at somebody else, this can be really helpful to kind of keep that at bay. It's also helpful for may justice prevail type things. So let's go ahead and put there and there. So that's aquamarine. For heartbreak and grief, especially for heartbreak, I want to bring in rhodonite. This is often called the breakup stone or the divorce stone, but it's so much more than that. It's great for healing the cracks of a broken heart, so you can open your heart to love again. And that is everything from breakups to even grief of like losing someone. This is also helpful for anyone who struggles with insecurities, as well as allergies, asthma, and anything autoimmune related, all of which very much are me. I'll totally admit that. Also helpful for anyone working through healing around emotional abuse, and it also helps with balancing yin and yang energies within the body. So we'll bring that in. And then for grief, I'm going to bring in black obsidian, or sorry, black onyx. Black onyx is very, very energetically protective, and it also helps to ground fear and self-doubt. It's very encouraging, but it helps you to very deeply process grief, and in a way that is on your own timeline. And that's really the only way to heal grief. This is a very patient healer. This helps with connection to the ancestors as well. It's also helpful for anxiety. So this is black onyx. So I'm so glad to see you. I hope that things improve for you. And it's just good to see you. There we go. Okay. Evelyn, releasing stress, anxiety, be reunited with her soul mom, peace and harmony to come in her life. Absolutely. So stress and anxiety and releasing that, a lot of that's going to be the black onyx connection with her soul mom. Let's bring in rhodochrosite. Rhodochrosite helps with all kinds of mother-baby bonding, as well as really deep inner child type work. Anytime that there's wounds around mother-baby bonding, this can be helpful. This is another one that's really great with asthma as well as stress headache, and it can be helpful for the heart and circulation, as well as channeling and telepathy. So that's rhodochrosite, rhodochrosite is this pink and white, as you see here. Rhodonite is pink and black. So let's go ahead and place, I'm actually going to go ahead and place this here. And so all the best to her. Crystal for opening communication to the angelic realm. Absolutely, Natalie. Catherine, welcome back. It's good to see you. Fiad Luna, wonderful to see you also. So crystals for the angelic realm. There's a lot of good ones for that. Let's do... let's do some angelite. The name kind of says it all. Wonderful for helping us to connect with our angels and our spirit guides as well, but very much so our angels. It can really enhance how we do any kind of angelic healing, and it can enhance our communication with them, the way that we hear them, experience them, sense them around us. It's also thought to enhance sound healing, and it can really help you to feel connected to source. Additionally, this can be very protective spiritually as well. So that's angelite. Sapphire is also very angelic and very much helps hold a connection to spirit. This is a very powerful stone of energetic connection to your angels, your higher self, and your spirit guides. If you're someone that does any kind of mediumship, this is a stone that can help you not only enhance that connection and get sort of a clarity to it if you need it, it's also one that can help you to find the best words and ways to phrase things about your impressions and experiences to a querent if you're doing the mediumship for someone else. It's helpful for envisioning positive things, like as a potential in times of great change. It's good for the thyroid, dementia, and the eyes and ears. And do I hear a Hattie? I hear a Hattie. I think we all hear a Hattie. You want to come up? You want to come up, or you just want to cry? Whatever you want. Come on up. Come on up. You coming up or no? You want me to pick you up? You want to ride the elevator? Okay, so there is more sapphire. And you are so spoiled. Oh, you only want to be picked up. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to cover me in cat hair? That sounds nice. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. So there's Hattie for everyone. Okay. Oh. And let's also bring in celestite. Celestite and angelite are very closely related. Under the right circumstances, pressure and heat, angelite under the Earth's surface will naturally transform itself into celestite. So they work really well together. So that's celestite. You can see kind of the similarity in color and feel. This definitely helps to connect with our higher wisdom and our angels. It's wonderful too for discerning what's a thought, what's an intuition, what is my fear, and trying to almost tell them apart. If that's something you struggle with, celestite can be really helpful. And it's also one that I often use for different types of physical pain, because it really lifts us up to focus on our higher chakras, which changes our experience of physical pain. Are you? There you go. Sorry, the cat is getting stuck on my dress. Yeah, your little claw's working overtime. Here. Don't fall. There we go. You want a purr for everyone? That was her bumping this. You want a purr? Yeah. Now you feel good? Okay. Okay. So I hope that helps, Natalie. It's good to see you. Thank you for your ongoing support. Okay. Okay, there we go. And let me see what's next. Donna Rowe, welcome back. Jennifer Vatsa, welcome back. Oh my goodness, that's wonderful to hear. Jennifer Vatsa, intentions, financial and good house selling and buying mojo, because I found my cottagecore witch in the woods dream house this weekend. Oh my goodness, all the good vibes to you. Yeah, you can talk into the microphone if you want. Yeah, you purring into the microphone? You're a little healer kitty. Yes, you are. That's the first time she's done that. That's wild. Yeah. There you go. goodness, little kitty. Prudence Jane, wonderful to see you. Maria, lots of love. Okay. So let me go back up to where I left off. Request for contact. Request for personal well-being. To Auntie Karen yourself, been complaining to the manager, universal source, and would like to bump up the gratitude. You know what? Sometimes you just have to speak to the manager and just put your foot down when it comes to universal stuff. Like sometimes you gotta tell your guides that this is not working. That's a good thing. So they know. They know a lot more than we do, but they don't know everything. And they especially don't know our exact experience. So it's okay to speak up to the manager in that situation. But let's see. Complaining to the manager. Let's see. What can help with that? Tell you what, we'll go ahead and we'll bring in some zoisite. This can be a good stone for releasing negativity, but remember, sometimes it's okay to like really really tell your guides what you mean. But yeah, absolutely great for releasing negativity and also for releasing apathy and sluggishness, like if you feel really stuck. Okay, Hattie, you had enough? Good stuff. Also helps you it can encourage you to face your problems, especially if it's sort of like there's a lot of things that you have to do. It's almost like there's where I want to be, or there's my goal, and there's 50 million steps in between, and they're all like seemingly little innocuous things. And it can get really easy to procrastinate those things. This is one that says, no, go ahead through those things, do those things, get them taken care of, and then you can be on the other side of it. So that is zoisite. It's also helpful for connecting with nature. And that can be really rebalancing and restorative too. So I hope that helps. Well, let's do actually this. Yeah, we'll leave some room. There we go. I'm pumping up the gratitude. Let's see. This can help. And I did see someone else request this one too, but the stone that I got that I kept feeling wasn't so much gratitude, but more like fun and playfulness. And so fuchsite can be very, very helpful with that. Yeah, is that another kitty? Yeah. Hi, what's going on? What's going on, Gertie? Yeah. Sorry about that. Fuchsite, like I said, it can really encourage play. And this is like really childlike play. In a sense, just sort of turning off our adult-like responsibilities, things I need to do, and just let go and give in to being you and connecting to joy. What are you doing? Yeah, are you going to jump on my lap? Is that a yes or a no, lady? Gertie weighs a little bit more than Hattie, and when she jumps up on my lap, sometimes it's something I need to know about. Not gonna body shame the kitties, but sometimes I need to know it's coming. This, on a physical level, this can help things like carpal tunnel, spinal alignment, and sleep disturbances, but this will help you to kind of reconnect and allow you to work through some of those feelings. Oh, there we go. Oh, hey, we have a Gertie. Hi. Hi, hello. Do you want to say hello to people on YouTube? Yeah, you want to say hi? No, you just want to drool on me? Oh, that sounds good. Let's do that. It's okay. It's okay. Covered in cat hair. Yes, I am. But that is Gertie, everyone. Yeah, you want to come up? You can hang out. Come on up. Yeah. Oh, that's what you wanted. Okay. Kanta, let me know if there's anything else I can do to help, but it's absolutely okay to tell your guides, like, that's not really what I had in mind. Totally okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. Awesome. Great requests. Let's get some of Chris's requests in. Oh, I love them. Let's do some aventurine, some moonstone. Absolutely moonstone. We have rhodonite. Let's do some emerald and lapis. And we'll start there. So lapis helps with pain and inflammation on the physical side. On the mental emotional side, this is a stone that helps us communicate with honesty and to conduct ourselves with integrity. It's a stone that helps us to have follow through on our talk to do ratio. It helps with career improvement as well as inner ear stuff like vertigo and even hearing loss. It's helpful for disorganization, and it can really encourage you to take personal responsibility in a really healthy way. So that's a lovely stone. We'll bring that in. Anytime I am reorganizing anything, I try to keep some lapis and some garnet around, and they help so much. Next is emerald. It helps with healing skin and tissue. I know so many people are dealing with sunburns right now, and this is one that can really help with that. It also helps with reigniting our passions in life. If we feel like we're in kind of a rut, or we just feel really underwhelmed with life, as it were. It can also help with breathing from the bronchia all the way through the cardiopulmonary system, really everything in relation to breathing, and from sinuses on down. So we'll bring this in. It can also help us with any feelings around, like negative feelings around our appearance, especially if we were once upon a time or even currently bullied about or picked on about our appearance. This is a stone that can help kind of put that to bed and start to feel a little bit differently about the way we look. Aventurine can help support us in saying, hey, you've grown a lot. You've changed a lot. You've matured a lot. Have you considered maybe taking your goals and lifting them upward a little bit? Because you might be able to go farther than you think you can. It's also a stone that helps with heart rhythms, allergies, eye problems, fertility, and if you struggle with like fear of learning something new, like a foreign language, or if you're tech phobic or anything like that, this is a stone that's very encouraging. It helps you to say, well, let me see. Let me give it a good shot. Maybe I can learn this. And moonstone helps us to connect with the rhythms, patterns, and cycles of the moon, which is what controls the tides, and being that we're a water planet and we're water beings, we're mostly made of water, has a huge effect on us. Also helps us to connect intuitively. It's great for any kind of work that you're doing around spiritual learning, especially if it's older types of spiritual art. It's protective of women, any well-woman traditions. It helps with attracting love. It's helpful for connecting with the divine feminine. Very protective during travel and releasing patterns as well. Any type of moon magic you might be doing, anyone that's getting ready for the new moon in Cancer tomorrow, this can be very helpful. And I know Lee Nico had mentioned the new moon in Cancer. This will help, and we'll pick another stone or two to kind of go with that. But definitely any kind of full moon, new moon, any kind of working with the moonstone's very, very helpful. So let's put that under the celestite. And I'll come back to the rest of yours as we keep going. Awesome. So Patty has some requests. And I will absolutely get everyone's requests. Let's see. Let's see. Chalcopyrite, chevron amethyst, labradorite. Red tiger eye. We got sapphire, tree agate. So I'm going to go ahead and let you talk on a little bit more about all the things that chalcopyrite can do. Hey, yes, it's you, Gertie. Chalcopyrite is actually these gold pieces that we see in here. It's wonderful for everything related to executive function and planning. Yes, I'm here too. And it's also wonderful for finding things that are lost. So there we go. Any stone that is surrounded by clear quartz, whether you place that clear quartz near it or the universe does, it really amplifies all the things that that stone can do. And there are a lot of things chalcopyrite can get into, but I have been so in the weeds this week that I'm waiting to spend some time tomorrow digging into my books and updating my knowledge base. Here is tree agate. This is one that is sacred in Ayurveda, which is the sister science to yoga. And we're familiar with like the 7 chakras. Well, there's a lot more to that energy system than 7 chakras. This helps with the nadi. In English, it's spelled N-A-D-I. And those are the very, very small channels that help to bring energy all throughout the body. This is thought to harmonize and balance the flow of energy throughout the body for everyone, regardless of what your imbalanced tendencies happen to be. So they call it tridoshic, meaning that it's for all 3 different body types. So it's considered very sacred in helping to generally recalibrate the flow of energy through your body for general well-being and emotional balance as well. So we'll bring that in. Chevron amethyst will go along well with the angelic stones. And any stones that have to do with manifesting or connecting to spirit. The white and gray stone lines that you see in here, if you look really close, those are the chevrons. If these specimens were larger, you would see it look like a zigzag. And that's how it's different from traditional amethyst. It takes the messages and the feelings that we have and takes it up to spirit, and then allows it to come back down to us in the form of an answer. So it helps enhance that connection. It's also great for anything that's degenerative. And it's also great for tolerance of others. So we'll bring this in. It's very much helps with clairvoyance too. So anything that involves your spiritual sight, whether it's dreaming, and seeing your dreams more vividly, or if you scry, or if you meditate and you're very visual, this can be a really helpful stone. Pyrite is one of the monetary abundance stones. Fool's gold does help bring in the real gold. So this is what it looks like here. And it does naturally form into these beautiful squares, which is just wild. Like, Mother Nature is so, so beautiful. It helps with the lungs and fever, as well as the brain and memory. If you have any intentions around memory, this can be really helpful. It's also, in addition to calling in financial abundance, it can be very helpful with bringing in intuition while also offering quite a bit of protection. So a wonderful stone, especially for folks that might be new to things like intuition or divination or card reading or anything. If you're struggling to maintain that, yes, I want to hear, but I want to have some boundaries around it, pyrite can be really helpful. Red tiger eye is probably the most protective stone I have, and it's highly, highly protective on the mundane from people who are just toxic, nasty, bullying, undermining, all the things that you can think of, as well as in the spiritual side. So everything from psychic attack to like malevolent spiritual workings. This can be very helpful for protection, but it also helps to call upon financial abundance in a hurry. So red tiger eye. Yes, dear. You want to come up? Oh, you just want some love? That's fine too. That's fine too. Yeah. You singing? Are you singing the song of your people? Yeah. Are you singing the song of your people for everybody? Say meow. Every morning they wake me up singing the song of their people. And while it is beautiful, it's hard to appreciate that beauty at 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Okay. And we got green aventurine, we got sapphire, aquamarine. Let's do some honey calcite and the labradorite. Honey calcite, I think, it's a contender for one of our favorite stones here. It's a stone that can help attract the best possible people for you into your life right now. It's a stone that really helps to balance the place between the solar plexus, which is our center of self and personal identity and free will, with the sacral, which is our center of relationships and how we relate to others. So this helps attract new people in all aspects of our life that are more in alignment with who we are and where we are right now. So if you've made a shift in your life, or if you're moving or starting a new job or program or anything, this can help you to find the people that are like kind of a good harmony to where you're at right now. Also can help to find optimism even in really tough times. If you're having a hard time keeping your head up when things are tough, this can be helpful. Additionally, yeah, what are you doing? Oh, you're rearranging papers? Good. Yeah. You're going to be my filing assistant? Are you my filing assistant? Wow. Wow, wow, back at ya. Yeah. Meow, meow, back at ya. Okay. Yeah, I have a filing assistant. And labradorite helps with better sleep and also helps with clairvoyance or spiritual sight. So if you're not sleeping well, that's a lot of us right now. This can be a really helpful stone. So pretty. You can see some of the blues pop up. This is actually very closely related to moonstone too. But it can also help to calm disputes. It's especially helpful for people that work in customer service, like Key. It's also helpful for any kind of research or study. It's helpful for looking for, oops, sorry, hang on. My neighborhood is being my neighborhood. Sorry. It helps for anytime we're going through a lot of information, like needle in a haystack stuff. Like if you're looking for an error, or if you're looking for one paper out of a whole bunch, that kind of thing. Labradorite can be exceptionally helpful. So bring that in. I often use this when I'm doing any kind of accounting or book work because I am not a math whiz. I have lots of skills. Math is not one of them. Labradorite helps. And opal is sacred to the shaman. If you're doing any kind of spiritual work and you'd rather just be unseen so that you can do that good work, that healing work, and not elicit the attention of, say, spiritual entities that have other plans other than greatest healing good, this is like a cloaking mechanism, and it's been used by various different cultures for as far back as we know of, and much farther, I'm sure. So that's opal, very protective. And so glad to have you here. Let's see. Leopard skin jasper, absolutely. Leopard skin jasper helps us with any kind of healing that involves animals. So, hey Gertie, thinking of you. Any kind of animal healing. Also for a connection to our animal guides. This is a stone that can help attract our soulmate or a really important relationship as well. It helps with anything impacting the skin, as well as coordination and even balance. So that's leopard skin jasper. You've been having anxiety today too. Absolutely. My favorite anti-anxiety stone is green calcite. And I've been having a lot of it too. It's we're feeling a lot of shift. The nodes are about to shift, which happens like every 18 months or so. That happens tomorrow. There's the new moon. Venus is set to go retrograde. Chiron is set to go retrograde in Aquarius. So there's a lot of like the TLDR, too long didn't read, of of all of that is basically it's a time to like revisit a lot and make some changes, see what things are not working, and like work them out. So putting that out there. This is green calcite. This is exceptional for any kind of anxiety for any reason, astrological or otherwise. It helps to relieve not only the anxiety itself, but the physical tension that it brings into our body, like when we tense up in anxiety. It's very calming, reassuring, and just very, very much adds a lot of ease to things. So let's bring this around. So that is green calcite. Oops. Crystals for manifesting and focus for the new moon. Manifesting and focus. Definitely moonstone, as I mentioned. Let's do, for manifesting and focus, both of them together, I highly recommend bumblebee jasper. Bumblebee jasper has quite a bit of sulfur and arsenic in it. I never suggest putting stones in water and drinking them as a means of making a gem elixir, especially not this one. But this has a lot of mental focus, a lot of energy and vitality, a lot of let's get it done, let's get to work, I can't wait to sink my teeth in kind of energy. It's great for collaboration, and it's also great for empowering manifestation. So the focus, the empowering manifestation, they are both in this specimen. Also great for just positivity, motivation, and confidence in general. So that is bumblebee jasper. I love the colors in that stone. I really, really do. There we go. And good to see you, Lee Nico. Dispelling negative energy. Christina, we have zoisite in there, but I'm also going to put out some black tourmaline. So we talked about black tourmaline a little bit because it's what's running through that tourmalinated quartz. Black tourmaline helps to really powerfully keep low energy and negativity at bay. It's great for just kind of keeping it pushed away. I have sewn this into curtains. I have placed it around property lines. I've hidden it around my house. I've had it tacked up on the inside of a door. It works phenomenally. It's great for anyone that's empathic too, that tends to take on the energy of other people. If you tend to be someone who's sensitive to things like going to funerals and stuff like that, or being in big crowds, that's a stone that can really help. So that's black tourmaline. And Fiad Luna. Appreciate setting an intention for edema, lymph node swelling, and recovery and help for an allergic reaction. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Rhodonite is helpful for allergies and allergic reactions, as is aventurine. They are both amazing for that. Edema and lymph nodes, definitely aquamarine. I'm also going to bring in some unakite, can help with that. So unakite is one that we most often use this for women's health, especially around fertility, pregnancy, prenatal, postpartum, and really every aspect of a woman's life, hormonally speaking, happy marriage, stuff like that. It's also great for metabolism and quitting smoking especially, but it really helps with the heart and circulation, so getting the body fluids moving throughout the body. So hopefully as your body is kind of purging out that stuff that that it's been holding on to, more or less, like all of the histamine reaction, hopefully this will help it to kind of flush that out. But yeah, I usually work with rhodonite a lot for that. Let me know if you need any help on the physical level. Fiad Luna is a former student of mine and has her own awesome Reiki channel that you should totally check out if you like Reiki, because her sessions are amazing. And let me know. I'm around this week if you need anything or advice, because I've gone through lots of different allergic reactions, EpiPen, and the fallout thereafter. So let me know if you need anything, if you need me to send anything over. I'm happy to do it. I'm so sorry you're feeling like that. And let's also see. Let's see if there's anything else I can think of. I feel like I kind of want to bring in some serpentine. This can be good for things like rashes. I don't know if that's necessarily a thing that's happening as part of this, but it can't hurt. It's also great for calcium and magnesium if you tend to run deficient on those. I do. It can help. It's great for diabetes, hypoglycemia, as well as muscle weakness, spasms, and tension in general, muscle pain. Also great for trance meditation. And these came from the beautiful shop of Jennifer Vatsa, which if you Google Belladonna Botanicals, she'll come up, and she's having a bit of a moving sale right now, including sunstone. So get on that, because I don't have sunstone in my shop. In fact, I don't think I have anything that's on sale in your shop, in my shop. We have very different collections. So yeah, but these serpentine are from Jen's shop, so thank you. But all the best to you, hun. Let me know if there's anything else I can do. Oh, I know what else can help. Shungite. This helps to like purge stuff energetically anyway. And physically, a lot of folks do use this as a water filter. It works pretty well for that. It's certainly not going to be a replacement for, drinking swill. Like, don't put this in like river water and be like, oh, I'm fine. No, not that kind of filter. But it is pretty great. It's also energetically wonderful for helping with physical recovery and tissue repair. So it will help you, especially as you go through the tiredness and stuff. But it helps to release stress, emotional pain, and blockages, and it can help clear the energy field. Physically, this is something that kind of absorbs things that would be toxic in our bodies. So I think it might be helpful for you on the allergy front too. So let's bring that in. If you're someone who is sensitive to electromagnetic fields, shungite is absolutely for you. Okay, feel better. Allison, welcome in. Yes, Belladonna Botanicals. If you Google that, you'll see it come up. Yeah, she's absolutely awesome. And she's my neighbor, and she is also a former student of mine. So good people doing good things. Epidote, you got it. Let's do, I'm just going to grab these. Yeah, the hives rashes are the worst, so that's perfect. Okay, Fiat Luna, I'm glad that that's helpful. Yeah, make sure you're, anyway, I'll reach out to you. Sunstone, yeah, let's do Sunstone, Epidote, and then I'll go back up to where I was. Okay, so Sunstone and Epidote. Sunstone is very, very helpful with expanding our vision of our own potential. When we're planning and setting goals, oftentimes we can sell ourselves short. It's like we don't think things are even a possibility. This blows that out of the water. This is also one that helps to bring up your profile. So this helps with you being noticed. So this is like fame, recognition. If you're looking to get a promotion where you're working, this will help you get recognized for the contributions you have made. It also helps with bringing in new opportunities, especially around career, soul's purpose, work related. It helps with phobias. It aids in, if you own a small business, this can help you with marketing. And yeah, very protective against those who would be manipulative around money as well. So that is Orange Sunstone. Let's see, we'll place this in there. And Epidote is helpful for injury, illness. It's helpful for the brain, especially for situations of things like Parkinson's. It looks very much like Unakite because it is in Unakite. This is one that also helps with the nervous system as well as the skin and connection with the fairy realm. I often use it, and it's been very, very healing for me in relation to negative self-talk. If you're trying to reprogram the way that you speak to yourself, this is a beautiful stone to help you with that. So I'm going to bring in Epidote. Awesome. Stella, my intentions are related to peace of mind, processing grief, strengthening your intuition, and overcoming anxiety and depression. Absolutely, I can help with that. So peace of mind, processing grief. Definitely processing grief. Black onyx is really, really helpful with that. But I'm also going to bring in jet. Jet is a type of fossilized wood that was fossilized, unlike regular fossilized wood is fossilized over a long period of time. The tree dies, and under the right situation, circumstances, and in the right climate, you can see it turn to stone slowly over time. Jet has been fossilized quickly through high heat, usually a volcano, sometimes a hot enough forest fire. They don't usually get hot enough for that. This can help you to be in the depths of your grief while still processing it and not getting stuck in it or just going numb to it. So it's very helpful for that. Energetically, it's incredibly protective. It helps with, it also helps anyone that's working around or near individuals or animals that are near the end of their life, and it can be extremely protective around anything that would be termed like paranormal. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see, where can we wiggle you in? Let's see, we have one chrysocolla here. Let's put one of the jet right there. Awesome. So all the best to you with that. Let's see. Peace of mind. Yep. Okay. Peace of mind, I would definitely say, is snowflake obsidian. This is also a volcanic stone. This is volcanic glass. All obsidian is, regardless of the color or type or style. It helps with guilt, with recognizing patterns that are holding you back. It can help to calm overstimulation while also helping to balance and harmonize the mind-body-spirit connections. And it's wonderful for hope and serenity and peace. It's especially good for hope after any kind of loss, including grief. So it's really helpful there. Also helps with clairaudience, which is different from clairvoyance, which is our spiritual sight. Clairaudience is our spiritual hearing. So if you tend to hear spiritual guidance, this will be really helpful for you. And then we've got intuition, overcoming anxiety and depression. Let's do anxiety. We definitely have green calcite, but this actually helps with anxiety and depression. It's malachite. So in addition to depression and anxiety, this is letting go of what no longer is serving, and it's very helpful. It's a really good stone to use alongside jet. It helps you to move really painful, difficult emotions through the heart center in a way where you're processing them, but you're not getting stuck in them, and you're not just pushing them down or letting them roll over. You can process it and let it go. It's helpful also for the liver, pancreas, and spleen on a physical level. It helps with insomnia, inflammation, and arthritis, as well as fears and phobias, particularly that of flying. So that's malachite. So where shall we place you? Let's do, put one here, put one here. Whoop. Okay. And for intuition, we have a couple of good intuition stones, but I kind of want to add Herkimer. This will also help with Lee Nico's request around manifesting. Herkimer diamond absolutely helps us with that. And it's called the diamond, but it's actually clear quartz. It forms naturally as these double terminated points, these double pointed. This hasn't been carved into these shapes. These are the natural shapes. These are from underground in the Herkimer, New York region. They're helpful for connecting to divinity and spirit, helping your intuition to blossom and grow. Wonderful for empowering and encouraging good manifestation, as well as helping you be in the present moment, which I always think is probably the most powerful way to manifest, to be able to be where you are presently and appreciate what you have while also thinking about what the future should look like for you. Helps with balancing discordant energies, with metabolism, with intuition, and in general, just relaxation. So let's go ahead and bring this in. Actually, you know what? Let's put these here. There we go. Oh, sorry, something in my eye. So I hope that helps, Stella. All the best to you. And Catherine, can I have some some help with that stupid monthly woman thing. Oh, absolutely. And financial and spiritual manifestation. Gotcha. Spiritual manifestation, we just did the Herkimer, but let's bring in the citrine for the money manifestation and the stupid woman monthly thing. Unikite's helpful, but pink tourmaline is probably the best for that. And my heart goes out to you with the stupid monthly woman thing. I had my hysterectomy years ago, and including my ovaries, so like I'm so glad I don't have to anymore. So here you go, Catherine. This is pink tourmaline, great for anything gynecologic at all, as well as and specifically period stuff. This is also great for fertility and mother-baby bonding and hormones overall, regardless of gender. This is also one for migraines, neuralgia, and muscle weakness. Neuralgia is nerve pain. And this can also help with dispelling a negative body image, as can emerald. So if that's something you struggle with, there's that. So lots of love to you. We'll put in some pink tourmaline here. Awesome. And some citrine. This is the stone of financial abundance. It helps with calling in that financial abundance while also giving us the capacity to make the best decisions with the finances we do have. This is a stone that I often use for balancing logic and intuition. I keep it close when I'm making business decisions for that, because I'm very, very Capricorn and very, very like, let's be logic. But at the same time, I'm me and I do this. So I need to be reminded, like, let the psychic stuff in too, you know? It helps with that. Also helps with nausea, fibromyalgia, and even addictions and compulsions. So that is citrine. Let's bring that in. There we go. And we got fuchsite. Oh, you're so welcome, Maria Asuncion. Okay. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Patty, do I mean opal? I think of it as a crystal of an invisibility cloak. Yes, I'm sorry, I meant to say opal. What was the crystal name to help ward off paranormal again? Jet. Jet can help with that. And that's actually spelled just J-E-T. Jet is volcanically fossilized wood. It feels very strange. It feels like super light compared to what it looks like. It's a superb stone for that. Okay, so I saw Jen had some request around the house. Yeah, financial good house selling and buying mojo. Awesome. There's two that kind of come to mind. One is our good friend Cinnabar. This can help with, as a merchant stone, it's supposed to attract customers to a store, but it's also great for transactions in general. So we'll bring that in. Speaking of stones that are toxic, these little red dots are the only cinnabar in here. Cinnabar is mercury, so be very careful with this one. So yeah. Let's go ahead and bring that in. I'm just going to put that at the top of the grid. And red jasper was coming through really strong. And I think that's because it's about putting down roots in a really powerful way. This can definitely help with empowerment, grounding, rooting, finding something really supportive and like sinking into it and really deeply connecting with it. It's very psychic and spiritually protected, and it's great for emotional support as well as even bullying and things like that. So that's red jasper. also want to bring in green kyanite. On the physical, this helps with the chest and lungs, the heart, and breathing. And we use this a lot during some of the worst of COVID to help folks that were really sick. But this also helps with balancing the spiritual and the mundane aspects of life. As somebody who's very spiritual as you are, this will help you like connecting with the earth and the land that it's on, as well as also bringing that into the more mundane kind of realm of actually getting it done and connecting with it. Wisdom through intuition and plants and healing with nature. And if I hadn't already put down labradorite, I would, because anytime that it's like a big house sale or like a lot of contracts or something, labradorite can be wonderful for like really getting down into the details of those things and seeing all the fine details. That can help a lot with like buying and selling things too. But I hope that that helps. All the best to you, and I really hope this comes through for you. It sounds like it absolutely is a perfect space for you. Oh, it's on a mountain tool, has a pool, gazebo, and a fire pit. Oh my goodness. 2 acres of land. That sounds amazing. Also, orange sunstone can probably help with like being seen and like being recognized and like having the upper hand, so that's there too. Add a stone for releasing fear and embracing spiritual gifts. Ooh, I love that. The one that I usually go to for fears is black onyx, which is already on the grid. But I also feel like I could add some numite for you. This is a highly protective stone, and it also helps with doing any kind of like deep emotional healing too, or really any kind of shadow work, going to the parts of ourselves that are scary or difficult. And if you look at this stone, as I move it, you'll see that it kind of catches the light here and there. It's like it suddenly glints back gold. Numite is thought to help you when you're going into the darkness, to like your own darkness, to find the connections to spirit and the illuminations of the lessons learned. It's also so incredibly protective. It's one that it's often put near like tarot cards and things like that to keep the energy clear. So it's one that can definitely help you to let go of the feelings of sort of that doubt, helping you feel protected so you can let go of those fears, but also help you to feel safe enough to connect. So I'm going to bring these around. And connection to spiritual gifts. I kind of want to use Larimer. This is one that can be really helpful with connecting to your spiritual purpose exactly as it resonates with you. Everyone's spiritual purpose is going to look very different. And if you're doing it right, it's kind of going to look like or feel like you're walking through the woods on a path that doesn't exist. It's like you're trusting your sense to bring you there, but no one's ever walked quite this way before. And that's kind of how that works. So this helps you to connect with your spiritual purpose with confidence. It helps you to separate ego from self, if that's something that you find helpful in the moment. It's great for feeling connected to feeling like innovation and pioneering spirit on your path, because that is kind of how that works. So this can help you to embrace all of those things. And definitely black onyx is very helpful for connecting to things like ancestor realm and releasing things like fear and being very protected too. So those stones together can help. So I'm going to go ahead and bring some of this in. I'm just going to put these 3 pieces of Larimer here in the middle. Larimer is only found in the Dominican Republic. And it's super beautiful. Like, look at that. Who doesn't want a stone like that? My goodness, it's gorgeous. So yeah, I hope that that helps. All the best to you, and also other stones that can support you on your spiritual purpose and accepting your gifts. Things like chevron amethyst, herkimer, sapphire, but that can be a bit intense right away. Also angelite and or celestite, whichever one feels better for you, as well as moonstone. Those are stones that can be very, very helpful. They're not the only ones. I would also say that starting to step into that is something where you walk into a stone store, take a deep breath, ask your guides to guide you to the right stone, and just trust. Then go grab one, just a crystal, grab it, and then go home and look it up and see how it resonates with you versus like what was there, and kind of journal on it. Over time, you'll start to trust yourself. So all the best to you there. And it's good to see you. Donna Rowe working on self-confidence. Absolutely. You're so welcome, Stella. Catherine, thanks, Danielle. Also, I put a citrine stone in my purse. One of my kids was like, why is there a rock in your purse? And I was like, why not? Best answer ever. Oh yeah, don't forget to like the stream, everybody. Thank you so much for the reminder, Patty. And let's see. And Charmy, it's good to see you too. Okay. So working on self-confidence. Definitely black onyx. It definitely helps with releasing a lack of self-confidence and bolstering, letting go of self-doubt and starting to feel more sure of yourself. But the best one for self-confidence, yellow calcite. It very much encourages the solar plexus, which is the center of self-identity, free will, your sense of confidence, and also your connection to all the things that are important to you in life and trusting yourself. It helps you to release the need for approval of others. It helps you to set priorities based on what you feel is right for you. And it helps with self-identity, boundaries for sure, whether it's making them and setting them or holding them, which the second I always find so much harder. But great for any kind of blockages around boundaries and self-confidence too. But yeah, it's great for optimism too. It brings in a lot of joy. And as you can see, we're getting tight on the stones around the edge here, but I'm going to bring this in. This is a wonderful stone for confidence, and all the best to you on your way to embracing that. I hope that that helps. Allison, strengthening teeth, healing teeth issues for human and pets. For writers to focus on productivity as well as motivation to get tasks done. Gotcha. teeth and healing teeth issues in pets. Teeth and gums, aquamarine helps, and that's in here, but I'm also going to bring in howlite because it's really wonderful for that. This is teeth, bones, hair, skin too, but this is great for teeth and bones. It helps with calcium, or so it's thought to. I have osteopenia, and I find that this is a really good stone for me. Calcium absorption and things. Also really great for the joints and joint pain, and on an emotional level, anger, resentment, and frustration, helping to take the sting out of those emotions, because those emotions absolutely have their place. But this will help it to be a little less volatile and a little bit less intense, so that you can see if there's any other way to deal with the root cause of those things, like how else you want to deal with why one might be angry or upset. And for writers, focus and productivity, as well as motivation and getting tasks done. Productivity is absolutely garnet. Focus is absolutely bumblebee jasper. Motivation, there's a lot of that in bumblebee jasper too, but I want to bring out some polychrome jasper. This is just a powerful, powerful stone of motivation. It really breaks through that indifference. It also helps to bring a lot of self-confidence, so this will definitely be in alignment for the other request for that. This also has a lot of joint health and things like that in it, and movement, like wanting to get up and get moving. So it's also helpful for joint health, but definitely to like get you motivated and wanting to like get stuff done and sink your teeth in. Let's do one big piece right here. So it's at the foot of the grid, but it is there, I promise. And for writers, I also want to bring in blue tiger eye. Blue tiger eye, which is so pretty. Blue tiger eye is exceptional for writers and anybody who tells the truth also. It's first of all very calming. It brings in a lot of ease, but it helps with speaking your truth and expressing your truth in any way that you express, written, spoken, performed, what have you. It also helps with public speaking and in general getting your point across, like facts over feelings. Like, well, I feel this way. It's like, and again, this is the issue. Like when you have to be that way, when you have to just be like very direct. Also protects truth tellers and can be really helpful for writing in general. So I'm going to bring some of this in. So we'll have it balance out with our malachite. So there and there. So we'll put here and here. So all the best to you. Your cats are chill. They're like a little old married couple. I love that, Jen. Impact on sleep. Definitely got that with a couple of stones there. Okay, Joanna's feeling the opal. Anxiety, which we have, and some help letting go and not being confused by delusion that the mind can create. Oh yeah, that sounds like very Seven of Cups and tarot. There is a stone that I put in that really helps with that. I would definitely say telling apart what is like a sense and definitely celestite is what you're talking about. This one helps with what is our intuition, what is our logic, and what might be a phobia. This can help with that, but also letting go and not being confused. Letting go. Oop. Let's see. I would say malachite definitely for that. Malachite can help with moving through really difficult emotions and letting go of what no longer serves and processing around it. And a lot of times when we do that processing of like, okay, this really hurts to say goodbye to it, it would come up throughout the healing with malachite that like, wait a minute, this is, you know, I feel like maybe it's like fooling you, like, no, I just want to be here. It's kind of cool. So I feel like that can help. I'm also going to do, to help, some mookaite, which can help with making decisions. And I think that that'll help a lot. It's also helpful with accepting change, which sounds like it could be a factor too. So yeah, like I said, mookaite, which also goes by Australia jasper, accepting change, making decisions, boosting the immune system, calming digestion, and also can be helpful for bladder pain. So we'll put that right here. So I hope that that helps, Charmy. Yeah, that can be so hard too when your mind is like, but no, maybe there's a way. And it's like, is there? General health and well-being. Throat, stomach, head. General health and well-being, tree agate, throat, stomach, head. Let's bring in moss agate. This can help with all kinds of different infections and illnesses. Also helps with fears of the unknown, as well as connection to spirit, feeling very connected to spirit, feeling very connected to unconditional love, as well as any kind of inner child and higher self work. But it can be great for like all manner of physical well-being too. And I think we're good. Yes, what you feeling? Oh, hey, Heart, good to see you. Opening up to channel and sexual energy and new experiences, absolutely. Yeah, this is some wacky weather. Absolutely. So Emily, absolutely, we can do some carnelian, can really help with that. Carnelian connects with the sacral chakra, which is the center of sex, sexuality, sexual function and dysfunction, and relationships, how we relate to others, how others relate to us. It helps with apathy and laziness, as well as like physical wounds, colds, and allergies. And it can help with attracting love, romance, and your twin flame relationship too. So I will bring this in. And then I think we have to get into the Reiki, or we'll be here pretty late. Heart, it's super good to see you. Yeah. Okay, everybody. So I think we're at that point where I'm going to go ahead and, let's see. Oh, let me put in blue apatite too, because I think that could be really helpful for everyone. Blue apatite helps with our relationship with food in all the ways that we might want to improve it for any reason. It also helps with weight loss, weight gain, whatever might be your intention, if either. It helps with also discerning your soul's purpose and the courage to continue on that path, which is definitely going to resonate with a few of you. It helps with strengthening our energy field or aura so that we're less inclined to take on the energy of others. And it can help with bringing about harmony and peace. So we'll bring in blue apatite. So I think we are good. So everybody, I'm going to do a quick explanation of what Reiki is, how it works, and how to make the most of your healing. And while I do that, oh yeah, one of your favorites, that's kind of why I was like, let me put this in. So I'm going to quickly explain what Reiki is, how it works, how to make the most of this session. And while I do that, if you wouldn't mind, if you feel up to it, help me lift the energy of where you are, where we all are, and our whole interconnected, co-created crystal grid, which is very busy and incredibly beautiful. You can do that by diving on into the chat, clicking that like button if you haven't already, and then sharing anything that you're grateful for, anything at all. And that'll help lift the energy. So I'll go ahead and quickly discuss what Reiki is about, and then we're going to drop right into the healing. So if you need to use the loo or take a little break, now's a good time. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name's Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. And if you want to learn more about my live online Reiki certification classes, if you want to schedule a one-on-one healing or tarot reading, or if you want to shop my Reiki charged crystals, go ahead over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com, which is linked in the description. Also in the description are all the links to my social media and my email newsletter, which has all of the best savings and everything else on everything I do. So all of that's in the description. And thank you so much for being here. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki is basically, it's become more or less a catch-all word for energy healing. Specifically, I work with Usui Reiki, which is a method of energy healing that was created in the early 1920s in Japan by Mikao Usui. And this particular technique is not the only technique, and it's not the oldest, and it's not the newest, but it is a really beautiful technique that at that time in Japan's history, the early 1920s, teaching anything that even remotely looked like a religion was pretty dangerous, and we'll leave it at that. So this particular approach was deeply spiritual, yet incredibly and thoroughly secular. So basically you could insert your cosmology right into the practice, but everyone could come together and work on themselves and share healing with one another to help each other in any way that the individual felt motivated for. So the best way to understand what energy is, like the concept of energy that is the foundation for Usui's practice, we can best look to Shintoism, which is the indigenous faith of Japan, the indigenous spirituality of Japan, where everything and everyone has a soul, and all of those souls are interconnected and inextricably linked. Spirit, however you would define it, would then be, supplying that energy that creates the soul of everyone and everything. It's thought that that soul energy is running through everyone and everything everywhere all the time, and it's flowing through you right now, even if you're not consciously aware of it. And much like when we drink water, which we need for the most basic functions, but we don't think about how we're mostly made of water, yet all of those things that the water does in our body, we consciously don't have to focus on. It's very much the same with Reiki healing. You can go ahead and just allow it to flow, and your body, mind, and spirit will do what they do all the time. Use this energy that's always flowing through you to bring about the greatest balance of body, mind, and spirit. When I work with Reiki energy, essentially what I'll be doing today is using Usui's techniques to connect to that soul energy and direct more of it to you, where your body, mind, and spirit will put it to best use for you. You may, during this session, feel some physical sensations, some emotions may come up or be released. You may notice your mind starts to kind of parse things out, or you may hear your subconscious. And spiritually, you may get sudden clarity. You may have an intuition. You may get a very, sudden answer to things, or a big click. And physically, you also may just kind of fall asleep and have a really beautiful nap, and that's incredible. There's no one way to enjoy this. You can just get comfy in whatever that looks like for you, laying down, sitting up. You can also move, bend, do some yoga, journal, whatever feels right to you. You can close your eyes and take a nap. You can head on the treadmill. You can drop some tarot cards for yourself, whatever you'd like to do. You certainly don't have to focus on anything, and you don't have to keep your mind silent. You can just be as you are. if you feel like you get distracted or anything and you want to come back into the session, to take a deep breath in and out, and it'll kind of bring you back in. I will send Reiki for 25 minutes to all of you, regardless of where you are or when you're watching. More on that in a moment. And while I'm doing that, I will turn the lights down. You'll notice that they move slowly and gently through several different colors. At no point will they flash or strobe. And if you want to learn more about our musical creator, she's linked in the bottom of the description. So you can go ahead over, see her channel, and also check out her music. Additionally, Reiki, as it connects and flows through everyone everywhere, Reiki is not bound by the same dimensional reality restrictions that we humans are. So we can only be in one place at one time. Not true of Reiki. So whenever you happen to be watching this video, the energy will be there for you. So if you're watching this in the future, hello from the past. If you happen to be here live, if there's ever a time where you feel like you would like to get some Reiki and I'm not live, go ahead over to our past healing live streams playlist. There's over 300 videos there for you to choose from, and you can get that healing anytime you like. But I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times, every week. You can go ahead and subscribe with your notifications on so you don't miss an opportunity. I deeply love having you all here. There's ample and abundant Reiki. There's no shortage of it. So essentially, go ahead, relax. I'll be happy to share this healing with all of you for 25 minutes. At the end, you'll hear my voice come in. I'll encourage you to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. And then I'll open the chat back up so that you can ask any questions or share any experiences. And it's always an honor and a privilege to share this healing with all of you. So thank you. So yeah, let's go ahead over. Thank you all so much for the amazing gratitudes and things that you've all put in the chat. That really does help lift things up. Communal chi is a big part of this. So thank you for being a part of it. And yeah, let's go ahead over, take a peek at that grid and get into the healing. Korakar, lots of love to you. I have a crystal for you. Oh, wonderful. Beautiful gratitudes, everyone. Wow, these are so incredibly gorgeous. I'm grateful for all of you. Seriously. Oh, hey, Lila Ray. Welcome in. Oh, and Emily, opening your heart to new experiences after a big heartbreak. Rhodonite. Rhodonite. It helps to heal the cracks of a broken heart so that you can open your heart to love again. So you're good there. Awesome. So lots of love to all of you. Blessings to whoever is in that ambulance. And everybody go ahead, relax. I'm going to start sending Reiki in just a moment. Enjoy your session. invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Thank you all so much for being here. If you have any questions or anything to share, the chat is open. The kitties are completely passed out. You're welcome, Catherine. Have a wonderful week too. Oh, big yawn. I don't know about all of you, but I certainly feel better. You're so welcome, Patty. Lots of love to Key. Everyone, I hope you have a beautiful week ahead. Remember, tomorrow's a big energy day. New moon in Cancer, and so much is going on. Yeah, lots and lots. I definitely recommend, if you're somebody who's not super into astrology but would like to understand how it's applying, check out the Chani Nicholas, either the app or better yet, her YouTube channel or podcast. It's basically the same. She's there every Monday and kind of explains the bigger factors in a way that's super easy to understand. I think that'll help you understand the week ahead in more detail than I can probably articulate. You're welcome, Sharmi. Natalie, you're welcome. Wonderful to see you. St. Chris, everybody, have a wonderful week ahead. Hart, Korakar, Joanna, everybody, thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to bring the stream to a close with an abundance of gratitude to all of you. Definitely, if you're not already on my email list, I recommend you do that. It's in the description. There will definitely be some good sales coming up soon. And I have just recently listed all of my upcoming Reiki certification classes through the end of 2023. They're all listed on my website. I can spell Chani Nicholas in the chat, absolutely. There you go. Yeah, the way, if you're not somebody that's super deep into astrology, the way she explains it makes it useful information, which I feel like it's hard to get to that point unless you like understand certain factors about it. Her way of explaining it is the most empowering. And you can look for her on your own podcast apps or her YouTube channel. It drops every Monday that she has like a guide for the week ahead.
Oh, did Miss Hattie just wake up from her nap? Yes, she did.
I'm so glad that was soothing. Lots of love to everyone this week. Thank you all so much for everything. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you all soon. Take care, especially with this wild weather. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.